The word taiko means drum in Japan, and in Japan the word taiko can refer to any type of drum. In North America, what we call taiko is actually referred to as wadaiko in Japan, which is ensemble drumming. So this is when we have drums of different sizes and different tones that play together in an ensemble, very similarly to how an orchestra would play with the different types of musical instruments. The taiko that we do at Mount Royal uses 2 different sizes of drums, and it's very energizing and very exciting. Taiko involves a lot of choreography, so there's lots of arm movements and different motions that the whole group would do together, more like a dance group than a drum circle. One thing about taiko that is different from traditional music is that it's a relatively new art form. Wadaiko or taiko drumming ensemble, as we know it, actually didn't exist before the 1950s. And taiko didn't come to Canada until the 1970s. Taiko is not traditionally taught using sheet music, so a lot of it's not written down, and it's taught verbally. So students have to learn orally. So every beat on the drum actually has a name, and I will say the names of the notes, and then the students just have to remember what I've said. Most people actually do not have any classical background. You don't need to have any musical training. You don't need to read sheet music. All you need to do is have a really positive attitude and a willingness and openness to try something that is new and maybe a little bit outside your comfort zone.
When I found out that this kind of taiko course was being offered, I jumped at the opportunity to do something different. Knowing that community music is out there for people like me that has a different day job, it's sort of fulfilling because it is something that you do for fun, and you get to meet a lot of different people from different walks of life, and you get together and you kind of share this experience of making music. When you go to a movie, when you hear a great soundtrack, or maybe the converse, if you go to a movie and the soundtrack actually cuts out and suddenly there's silence, you get a different feeling. So music in itself invokes emotion in people that you might not realize it, but to be actually make music with people is actually one of the greatest life experience I've ever had.
One of my favorite things about teaching a class like this class at Mount Royal is it brings together a group of people who normally would not have met. So here in our classes, we meet people from all walks of life. There are people who are, IT people, secretaries. I'm a laboratory technician. There's people from all different walks of life. And the one thing that we do share is this desire to drum together. お疲れ様でした。せーの。お疲れ様でした。Okay, thanks everybody. Have a great week.
Thank you.